Hey guys, this is Chelsea with the Smart Cookie Files, and I just finished reading Chasing Eveline by Leslie Hauser, and this is my review. Okay, this book was young adult fiction. I also believe it's contemporary YA, but I cannot stress how much I fell in love with this book, like from the first page. And then it took me, I actually read the majority of the book in one day, and that for me is rare. Like, I really have to be into a book to sit there and just read it from page to page, cover to cover, whatever you call it. Even though it was on my Kindle, so it's just like me flipping. But I definitely would give this 5 stars. The plot of the book is about a girl. The main character, Ivy, is like a super fangirl of this indie rock band from the 80s called Chasing Eveline. So she listens to their music constantly. And then there's a reason why she listens to their music, but that I'll leave as part of the plot that you discover when you read the book. But basically, it helps her cope with something that she had to go through. So then she listens to it constantly, and then one night she hears it playing outside of her window, and she goes out, and it turns out that this guy was trying to do a scene from Say Anything with a boombox over his head and trying to win back his girlfriend. And they end up bonding because he was listening to Chasing Eveline. So they end up bonding over the fact that they both love the band. And he becomes her best friend. His name is Matt. And then the story basically tells her perspective, but then he's a key component of it. And she ends up writing a letter to the band. Like, the whole story was featuring music, and it felt, the whole book while reading it felt very like I was never at a lull, or I never was like, oh, is this gonna pick up, or oh, do I really care about this? No, I actually was invested in the book, much like I would have a song that played on the radio over and over, more casually known as an earworm stuck in my head. That's what this book was, an earworm that will never leave you, even after you stop listening to it, stop reading it. So, but I really related to that whole storyline of the girl being a fangirl of the band, because those that are new to my booktube videos, you don't know that I am a serious fangirl all the way around, mostly of musicians, but it carries along to other genres. In high school, there's always a band that their music helps you through something, and that to me makes them a band that you become a fangirl of. Mostly, I mean, there's other reasons why girls become fangirls or boys become fanboys of bands, but for me, it's a song that they had got you through something. In high school, for me, it was the Jonas Brothers, because the Jonas Brothers had a song on the very first album that is kind of underrated, and I don't know if a lot of Jonas Brothers fans were particularly into the song, but for me, it was the song of my life, and it was called Underdog, and it was actually the first writer listed was Nick Jonas, so that's why I kind of have a special place in my heart for Nick Jonas. But and then in the beginning of college, I kind of got into I was dealing with a lot of stress from that, and I kind of got into the band Hot Shell Ray, and their music always kept me going when I was stressing about life and about deadlines and about guys that didn't care about me and stuff like that. But basically, that's what this book does, is it definitely puts to paper that whole feeling of like, when music is shared, it creates a sense of community. It also creates a sense of like, you're not by yourself. You have somebody out there that actually feels the same way as you, and it's okay to feel that way, and all this stuff. And like, also, um, Leslie Hauser's writing style reminded me of one of my favorite authors. Her name is Susan Calasanti, and she is a best-selling author of books published by Penguin. And one of my all-time favorite books is Waiting for You by her. And this book and her overall writing style reminded me of my favorite author. So that's kind of a huge compliment, if you ask me. But overall, I loved it. There was 2 quotes that I loved, but I'm going to leave those to be in the actual post on the Smart Cookie Files. The book is officially out July 11th, which is tomorrow, and you can get it. It's out from Pen Name Publishing, and this is the second book from Pen Name Publishing that I've read, and it changed my life. I'm definitely going to buy a physical copy of this book, and probably be Leslie Hauser's biggest fan from now until eternity. So, okay, that's my review. Until next time, feel free to express yourself. Thanks for watching. Bye!